Welcome back to Fermi Paradox, my friends. Let's start a new game, because Fermi Paradox has had a big update. A lot of new events and things with new ship types, all kinds of things. We'll see how the game has changed together. Never played it with a new patch that just came out a couple of days ago. And there's just so many new events and ships and everything like that that we need to take a look, right? And see that maybe we can stream it again. But this is the advantage of getting deeper into it more quickly to show you how the game has changed. So let's see. Galaxy generation, it's dark. A new galaxy is born. Let's see how you will do it. Billions of stars are formed. Planets are taking shape. Reminds me of the old Civ intros, right? And soon, come on. Will it be there now? 100%? Yes, indeed. With a tutorial active. Let's see. Yeah, we are the Galactic Gardener. No, we don't want to play the tutorial. An asteroid is trapped in a gas giant's gravity well. Plant growth on Kepler, and we have finally the evolution event. Let's see. Sapient life on Rigel 7. A life form on Rigel 7 started making simple tools. Developed a rudimentary language. Which species will form a Stone Age civilization on Rigel 7? Could have again the balanced species, the standard species, and the unbalanced species. Let's go with what is known as the furry fish, the balanced species. A blue supergiant star, Rigel, is orbited by the ice planet Rigel 7 and 3 smaller stars in proximity. The chemical composition of the ice crystals gives the polar caps a greenish color. For an ice planet, Rigel 7 has a rich diversity of resilient flora. Every animal on the planet developed some kind of fur, even the furry ocean fish and the bird species. So let's go for that. Let's play these. Let's see. The Esh civilization is born. What will happen? I don't know. Enemies from beyond conquer our world? Wow. Advanced. There's growth in Rigel. Let's find out. Fertility rights. So we can choose our fertility rights. Or not. Could be a civilization pillar. Currently have no growth, which is kind of good, but also a little bit of growth would be good. So regular development would give us something for no points, and I think that's the safest choice. The rites give Esh a deep spiritual connection to their fertility. Sex, pregnancy, and birth are considered sacred. And of course we'll also need some resources. Pleaded land region recovers. Young Esh observe the educational enlightening rituals until stardown. They would be sent to their dwellings, though some could be expected to curiously peer at the proceedings through distant vegetation. Wise folk manipulate the Esh tribes for personal gain. Oh no! That is new! Look at that. What does that do? Oh look! Ah, it's a new symbol. It's peace instead of death. I like that. So let's go for peace. Inspired to live peacefully. The harm potential of events is gone down. Spirits look on us with kindness. Yes. Ethical values. An astonishing monument is being built. Establishing a new tribe. So we're growing. There's a development event. Extinction already! Oh, it looks like meteors fire from the sky. A massive asteroid breaks apart when entering the atmosphere of Rigel 7. Fire rains down from the sky and threatens to destroy the world. No! No. We cannot go for a close call. We can only go for a complete extinction, so minimal survivors, which leaves the planet inhabitable. So, Most tribes burn to death as some hemispheres engulfed in flames. A handful of ash on the other side of Rigel 7 are able to rebuild society. Society was too good. And it needs to grow. A promising new clan. Abandon their clans. And wonder. The spirits look on you with kindness. I guess not. Where will the gods lead us, they ask. Where will they lead us? They create a mournful epos about the time where fire from the sky burned most of their lands. You see why low synthesis points are dangerous. They create a mournful epos about the time where fire burned down. Yeah. We have another event. Let's see. Rigel paradigm shift. Do we have music? The fruits of the gods. Travelers into an untouched asteroid crater on Rigel 7 encounter enormous trees of a strange and fascinating shape. The trees carry delicious fruits of extraordinary flavor. That's a new event. Their great size and abundance inspire a deep awe among the primitive Ash. Let's see if we can go for the fruits of the gods. We can go for a cultural ascent. Scorched tribes cultivate a deep reverence for the trees, declaring them sacred. Inspire a rigorous system of ethics that prioritize the value of all forms of life and the preservation of the sacred asteroid crater they grow. Or cultural expansion, which would use up resources. I think we'll do that just because it sounds so cool. The fruits of the gods. Large fruit-bearing trees on Rigel 7 became sacred part of Ash beliefs. Inspired by the massive planets, Ash ethics came to particularly value tree-like traits such as steadiness, patience, and personal growth. Still, we need to have them do something, right? Oh, there's a sapient life evolving on Gliese Sea. A new civilization. Simple tools. Another civilization. Yes, yes. And we'll go for the standard species. Aggressive and solitary, these naturally armored creatures inhabit barren wastelands on Gliese. And we are with them now, for now. A little bit of growth is good. We have a new development for the Rigels. Knowledge in Rigel. Sage chieftains, we know these. Leaders observe, reflect, make decisions on experiential wisdom and imagination. Let's see. It could be a civilization pillar. Yeah, let's do that. Wise chieftains persistently lead their people towards harmony, enriching their lives by awakening consciousness and celebrating diversity. It's really cheap for that. And we also need to grow the clan, or at least not shrink it. It's only 80,000 people. It's not many. They are in danger. And we definitely need more fate points as we can get that. We are in a new technological age. The Bronze Age now. Forging, so we could go for wisdom or in advancement. I think we need advancement. New techniques and tools allow them to explore new areas and colonize them. So finally we're growing again. Build stable settlements. Access to minerals on the surface. Powerful Sage Realm falls. Archival Sage is celebrated. Depopulation. Oh god. Toxic plants. A sweet and delicious plant. Its consumption is deadly. The raw become ill and perish. Massive depopulation. Regular development. Or prevent. We could just prevent it. The secret of the dish is to let the plant simmer for a prolonged period. So, if you go against this tradition, you will suffer an early death. We don't want an early death, so we'll go for another way. I'll mourn the death of a beloved chieftain. Spirit looks on us in kindness. We need more resources. Depleted land region recovers under the care of Rao planters. Artworks represent harmony. Establishing a new tribe. Ash Sage Realms. A great war threatens. Exceptionally talented Ash General rises through the military ranks, attracting legions of loyal followers and launching a campaign to conquer every corner of the known world. I think this is also a new event. We could go for peace. I think let's peace out. Campaign comes to an abrupt and premature end. Assassins enter the camp and murder the mighty general. They mourn the death of a great sage, but profit from his works. Yeah, we don't need more deposits at that moment. I need more points for bad events happening. And more ethical values don't hurt. Around it, and yeah, we have the sacred trees there. A new sage realm. Rao also have a good event. I mean, they look really similar. Yeah? Poisonous weaponry. I think we've had that. So they could prevent the poisonous weapons, dramatically slowing the poison arms race between competing tribes. That's probably a good way. Mostly an exercise in karma. Yeah. And they're in a new technological age. Also in the Bronze Age. Yeah. Testing the limits of their planet's generosity. In some cases, yeah. For example, in... cutting trees down, probably. Let's go for advancement. The other thing leaves us with too few points. And it's a little bit risky because of so much growth. Minerals on the surface. Natural hazards. Reduce the Rao population. Though just a little bit, right? An epic poem recounting their history. They're growing good. Let's see how the Ish do. Injustice. Burning of the temples. That's new. Due to an obscure reading of their holy text, some Ish come to believe they will become immortal if they burn down their own holy temples. Razing these sacred sites without consequence would prove that they themselves are godlike. What a crazy religion. Religion of destruction. We would like to prevent that, I think. The leader of the fledgling sect accidentally sets themselves alight when trying to douse a temple in the pitch. The Ash see this as divine retribution, and the practice is stopped immediately. Grow and prosper like a sacred tree. Yeah, I see that. Ho, ho, ho. We'll reach a new age soon, I think. See how that goes. The Iron Age. Iron machinery, all that kinds of things. We could go for advancement again, or for wisdom costs too much. We'll go for advancement again. I just have to keep that in check a little bit. The growth. The Rao. Reduction in Gleaser. Volcanic riches. The sages of the Drow learn to harvest the ashes of Glycosi's volcanoes. That's new. Using them as the key ingredient in a robust building material that will last for centuries. But the danger of mining active volcanoes poses great risk. Could become a civilization pillar or a regular development. I think it will become a regular development. Even though that is really, really tempting. Settlements can soon be dominated by ash-based concrete block structures. Gleaming obsidian becomes widely used as an ornamental facing, giving both their buildings, their personal decorations a unique appearance. Yeah, we'll make that a civilization pillar. But we need to get the synthesis up. Let's limit the growth. A battle over an important Vulcan black settlement is won by an army of spare fighters. A bustling black settlement becomes a center of trade and commerce. Vulcan ruler rises to power. A realm falls. I mean, we don't have much ethical values. We have a new one coming up. Sapient life. On Earth! A life form on Earth started making simple tools and developed a rudimentary language. Wow. But which species will form a Stone Age civilization in the Sol system? Could go for a balanced species, the dolphins, standard species, the human, or an unbalanced, the dinosaurs. We also want the humans to be in here, right? So let's go for that. Earth is the home of the human tribes. And they could grow a little bit less. There's enough humans. Climate shift kills off an entire tribe. Oh my god. Consumption in Rigel. Hunting guilds. Ah, yeah. Hunting becomes a lucrative profession. We could prevent it. We could make it a regular development. It's not too harsh for us. Conflict is settled peacefully. Ash built a network of simple roads to connect Rigel's 7 cities. Asteroid impact aftermath reduces the Ash population. Once again, fire rain from the sky. Sage Monarch rises to power. We have a development event in the Vulcan realms. Depopulation again. Ooh. Burning cities, the first major settlements of the Vulcans, are constructed from very flammable materials. I thought they used ash. Accidents and lightning strikes cause a series of disastrous city fires. That's a kind of illogical. I thought we were making that from... And it's okay, it could be a regular development. So they fully build them with ash now. A remarkable sage is circulated, which is great. Volcanic ashes now. That's a nice touch that they have. That new, the new resource for them is volcanic ashes after that event. I just saw it. That's fantastic. It could give them maybe more ethical values, right? See about that. Human tribes have a development. Head hunting. Humans collect the heads of their defeated foes. These trophies are very prestigious, and further conflicts are started in order to obtain more of them. Ooh. Could go for peace. Yeah, let's go peace. Only used in controlled rituals. That's better for us. So go for more ethical values instead of collecting heads. Humans abandon their clans and wander Earth in search for new lands. Planters establish new resource management methods. Territorial dispute is won by a band of human club wielders. They develop a new form of artistic expression. The spirits look on us with kindness. Good question. And the Ash. Enlightenment. The Holy City, a city that is rumored to have sacred power, starts drawing spiritualists, priests and sages from all corners of Rigel 7. Yeah, as Holy City becomes a center of spiritual and philosophical debate, countless scriptures are created to spread the wisdom to all Ash on Rigel 7. Wow, they're really living in a utopian world. Sword fighters lay down their longbow and abandon the art of war. And the humans are in the Bronze Age now. They could go for wisdom. They have everything else. Apply their newfound knowledge and communication skills to societal improvements, the budding disciplines of medicine, law, and philosophy. It's a good way. Bronze Age technology provides the humans access to minerals on the surface of Earth. They mourn the death of a beloved speaker. Rises of power on Earth, and we have a new technological age. Also for them, the Vulcans reached the Iron Age. Now they can forge the metal with the help of the volcanoes. And we could use a little bit of wisdom, I think. Monks transcribe knowledge in books for the scholars. Harvesting biomass. Sword fighters lay down longbow and abandon the art of war. Extinction again in Rigel. Oh god. Gigantic underwater earthquake is triggering massive tsunamis on Rigel 7. Epic floods threaten to drown any creature on land. Oh god, from fire to water. Could have minimal survivors. Yeah, that's better than the extinction. The Great Deluge. Only a few of the Ash survive. Oh, they're really hit with terrible consequences. Wow. Only a few thousand survive. Once again, rain from the fires from the sky. I have a good mountain city here. A powerful sage kingdom falls. Yeah, we have to reduce the harm potential a bit. Conflict is settled peacefully. Let's have some progress. The humans have some reduction with the great gardens. Yeah, that's something that we know already. Could make that a civilization pillar. No, that's too much. We'll make it a regular development. Only very wealthy speakers can afford to adorn their palaces with gardens. On the upside, this results in garden design becoming a highly revered art form. And we want more ethical values. A little bit more. We're on a good path with the humans for now. New form of artistic expression. Is there life after death? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, you will be transformed into a new form of life, most probably. But who knows? Nobody knows. Growth in Gläser. Simple naval exploration. Having reached far-flung shores on ocean-going vessels, that's a new one, Vulcan sailors begin to settle on distant continents. Trade routes open up between these remote colonies and their homelands, bringing exotic goods to markets hungry for new products. Sweet, so there's some kind of benevolent colonization going here, which I really like. It could be a civilization pillar. No. It could also be a dead end, because we don't need more growth. Pirates begin to target the ships of these explorers. The Vulcans seize their trips into unknown waters. They establish a new republic, and the humans are in the Iron Age as well now. Cool, cool. They can go for wisdom or... yeah, they can go for wisdom. Transcribing knowledge in books by the monks. Here we go. Wisdom is exactly what we need here. Oh, and now... maybe some more peaceful movements. Writers on Earth inspire the humans to live peacefully. Life after death. Let's gamble. Growing city expands its influence. Oh well. Human alchemists establish new resource management methods. Power in Rigel. Crossbow Mastery. Handheld ranged weapons capable of penetrating heavy armor invented by the drowned. Yeah, so the Crossbow Mastery. That's new. These crossbow weapons allow unskilled soldiers to wield powerful ranged weapons without the dedicated training needed for traditional archery. It's much easier to use them. Could be a regular development, because otherwise it's just not gonna... I mean, it's too much. Crossbow use is incorporated into the battle tactics of the drowned, increasing their fighting strength and their harm potential. Ooh, gods! What is that? Why? We need more ethical values. Quick! Quick! Oh, we're in a utopia already. The Vulcans reached the nautical age first. Nice. They could use some advancement. Why not? Wisdom is a little bit expensive here. Can now journey to the farthest reaches. Yeah. Well, we might have to stop them one point. Nautical age is growing. A bit more peace. Peace out. Oh. It's a paradigm shift in soul. Mandate of heaven. The consuls are chosen by God above them. It's interesting. It could be a cultural expansion or cultural ascent. Now, that would be best, but it's excruciatingly expensive. That's devastating, I think. So we'll go for cultural expansion. That is balanced out. Celestial Empire expands everywhere. The volcanic disruption. And some more ethical values. Whew, now it's getting wonky here. Know that I do not play for optimal. I rather, whenever there's an event, I change whom I play. Now, that's just a comfy way of playing somehow for me. And it's also, so you have to prepare your people quickly. As quickly as you can for bad situations. No, not more growth, thank you. Oh, yeah, we need more ethical values. Redesign of the imperial cities. Alchemists establish new resources, which is much needed. The drowned have a development event. Knowledge in Rigel. Logic formation. They gather in huge formations to perform complex calculations. That's an old event, but still, it's a very cool event. I like that. And it's very cheap. Perform their logic formations every day. It's like when you have, like, for example, Jewish congregations. They come together and interpret the Talmud together. And this intense study leads to a lot of discussion skills. It's quite a very good method, and that's probably comparable to that. Of course, you could study other things than the Talmud, and that would also be a good thing. Yeah, let's. We need more peace. We need more peace. Wow, harm potential. Now, if we do that, will the potential casualties fall? No, they will rise. Yeah, I thought that. New technological age. Reach the nautical age, the humans. They as well. Let's go for wisdom. Re-examine social and scientific principles. Access to minerals and biomass across the whole of Earth. The Vulcans. Consumption again. Grazing herds. As wealth grows, so does the taste for meat among the Vulcans. I think that's new. Livestock farming becomes widespread, using up more and more fertile land that could be used for growing crops. Clearing land risks losing valuable biodiversity, and soil quality suffers from the great herds of animals. Yeah, if they're too big, then it suffers. We will prevent that. I think that was also like a new thing. I don't know. They mourn the death of a beloved sovereign. Our sun expire and bring eternal darkness. More ethical values with beautiful poems that are shared. Life after death. There's quite a lot of development to be had currently. The formation. Enlightenment. Finally, have they finally found enlightenment? A gathering of writers. That's new. The sage kingdoms of the formation, sending their greatest writers to the most significant gathering of the current age. They challenge the accepted ideas of noble godliness. Will the outcome be progressive for the formation civilization or just insignificant? Could become a civilization pillar. Could be regular. Or it could be a dead end. Yeah, I think it must be a dead end. We have enough ethical values, really. Only some scriptures, information about gathering of writers that was disbanded by powerful formation sage monarchs. Yeah, and we need a little bit of growth. We also need less potential casualties. A lot of wild life forms are still there. Will the Iron Age ever end for these furry fish? I remember that someone in my streams that I made of this always said furry fish were a very bad idea. Could not really exist from the physics of it. I tend to believe. Castigatism. To make sense of the depressing and unfair world that the humans live in, a strange dark religion emerges. For those believe that celestial god is a powerless ruler who is tasked to watch over hell, earth as a punishment. I think we had that already, but I only recognize it now. Could make it a regular development. Massive injustice is too much. Prevention costs too much. So some are in that kind of thinking. But at least we live more peacefully now. More ethics. We also need More resources. A new technological age. Wow, they're, I think, the first to reach industrial age. Humans going for progress here. Yeah, let's go for wisdom. Because we don't need more growth. No, please, no growth. We will progress with wisdom. Industrialization gives access to fossil fuels. Coal field, as you can see. Yeah, a massive earthquake destroys an entire industrial area. Which is kind of good, because otherwise growth will get out of hand. New technological age for the Vulcans, also in the industrial age. Electricity and things coming on, steam power. Just very good. If we could go, we'll go for advancement. Because wisdom is just very costly. But we have to be careful with the growth. We need to limit their growth. Depopulation. Feudal serfdom through force or necessary most formation becomes serfs to their local landowners. I think this could be a new event. Let's see what we can do. We could prevent it. High monarchs become worried about the exploitation of their subjects. The vassals declare edicts to emancipate the serfs. Yeah, that's good. Let's go for that. Let's go for peace. Here we go. Will they ever recover and reclaim their place? That's the question, eh? Yeah, we need more peace. Oh, goodness. It's going down too slowly. Human celestial democracies are sending signals into space now. Radio test. Unaware that some of these cryptic radio waves may reach faraway alien civilizations in the future. That is an event that was already there. And I think we're going to give it a signal boost so we can have contact quicker in the future. As you can see, never made contact with others for now. We're now playing on that level. We'll see how that develops. Even divine head of state rises to power. Populous species is exterminated on Kepler 4. External planetary. There's an orbital pattern in the Kepler system. Industrialization gives the Vulcans access to fossil fuels. Natural global warming impacts the climate on Tau Ceti. And again, they reached a nuclear age. They're just boosting forward. These humans, These humans. Could go advancement, as wisdom is too costly. Definitely too costly. We have to watch the growth of this. Vulcan nations also sending signals into space. A propaganda broadcast. Discover the power of propaganda broadcast messages. We also want to give them a signal boost. Just for the sake of it. One day they will maybe learn. The formation they reached the nautical age finally. Capable of exploring the farthest corners of their planet. We definitely need advancement with them. Here we go. You need population. You need population. And oh, you need peace. Nautical age. And we have an evolution event, so another population is spawning. New civilization. Which new species will form? A balanced, a standard, or an unbalanced species? Right, let's go for these apes. The Odo. Odo develop a new form of artistic expression. The human celestial states now are building spaceships. Nuclear arc. A spaceship prototype to send their best and brightest to the stars. It could be an epic project. It could be a regular development. Yeah, other things would be too high of a risk. So we'll go regular development. Now we have a small human arc. Which we should manage well, hopefully. Main thing is the resources. They're not getting any faster. We need the resources to be okay. Ethical values are pretty good. The noblest human endeavor of all time. Traveling towards the tea garden system, which is nice. Simulating efficiency protocols. So we have more resources. It's definitely needed with such a small ship. Don't need technology on that. New generation takeover system maintenance. Let's see. The human arc ship has a development event. Human power. That's a new one. Orbital paratroopers. Armed astronauts of the arc ship work out how to parachute directly from orbit onto the surface of an atmospheric planet. With these modifications, they could orbit drop onto an enemy from any location. Oops, that sounds not that great. We could prevent it for no cost. Yeah. Parachutes will malfunction. Efficiency protocols. Yeah, here we go. Potential casualties 180. Yeah, that's tolerable. Arc ship captain retires from active service. No, we don't want population growth on the arc ship. That's gambling. But we could use that. Decrease it even further. New generation takes over system maintenance. Removed from their posts several human arc officers. Vulcan nations develop knowledge in Gliese. Nice. Look at the rap. Microform libraries. That's new. A society of Vulcan archivists invents a digital scanning method that permits the replication, storage and transmission of miniaturized documents. Microfilms. The archivists dream of a scholarly compilation accessible to every Vulcan on Gliese Sea. They call their project the Micro Library. Could be a civilization pillar, or yeah, let's make it a regular development. Preserves some important Vulcan documents, because the other one is too expensive. Chanting new style of music. Battle over an industrial area is won by an army of rifle soldiers. Influential Vulcan leader rises to power. Vulcans mourn the death of a great scientist. Charismatic leader manipulates them with propaganda speeches, which leads to more potential casualties. Influential one rises to power. Is it possible that there are other planets like our own? Formation, enlightenment in Rigel. Celebration of the dead. Death becomes a central part of the culture of the formation. I think that's new. It becomes custom to praise the dead and graveyards grow into places of reverence. A dead-based civilization. It could become a civilization pillar, which would make them very ethical, regular development. Yeah, it's so cheap to get that in a civilization pillar. Give us so much ethics. It will become very extreme, but let's see. Formation regarded death as a reward for life well lived. So we're in a crazy utopia now. But we need to become more peaceful, which represents this. Conflict is settled peacefully. The Odo tribes have a new technological age. Reached the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age Odo begin testing the limits of their planet's generosity. They're also progressing quickly. They will also overtake the fish, right? And they can go for wisdom easily. Which we'll do. I have to make a short pause here. Until soon. So, we're back to it. let's click in and out a little bit. Let's be on the tea garden system, where our human vessel is going towards. Let's see if they will arrive there with a... Ah, look, the Vulcans have a new technological age. The species awaiting them, but I don't think so. So, we also have nuclear technology for them. Let's see. We could go for wisdom, which is cheap advancement. That's probably too much, even though it also increases resources. Power, no, wisdom is best for us. Our goal for this is to limit their growth a little bit. But now we go to the human celestial states. Enlightenment we have here. Civil rights movement. Humans have disenfranchised ethnic minorities and legalized racial discrimination against them. Resistance campaigns and grassroots protests against the celestial state are rising all over Earth, demanding the abolition of segregation laws and the end of structural racism. That would be probably a good idea. We could make it a civilization pillar, but that would be excruciatingly expensive. So we're just going to go for a civil rights movement to have more fate points, as I call them. Civil rights movements make a huge impact on lawmakers, but the structure of human society is still rooted in discrimination. Oh gods, the scarcity. The scarcity. Very ethical, but still discriminating. Ooh, look at the deposits. We don't have enough deposits. No, we don't want more humans. We have enough humans. Thank you. Thank you very much. Natural hazards. Yeah, that's what we need. We need more natural hazards. Divine Secretary rises to power. The Ark ship, though, has a development event. Human depopulation. Oh, God. Water attrition. That's a new event. The water circulation on the Ark is inefficient, and the water supply has been declining for years. The cryo chambers and the crew are dependent on the ship's supply. Regular development. Prevention. Now we'll go regular development. We don't want massive depopulation. But regular development is okay. The crew reduce the water circulation waste, but inefficiencies lead to a decline in the population of the Ark ship. That's okay. A little bit of that is okay. Journey may be the noblest of human endeavor of all time. Yeah, more ethical values. Interior is completely redesigned. Assembles an oral history of their journey. Nice. There are fewer and fewer people, have they? Could have more resources, that's good for us, but the celestial states are in a new technological stage. Digital age. Connected. They're all connected now. Let's see how that works out. We will go for wisdom, of course. But we still need more resources or less human growth. It's a problem. Formations have growth in reproductive doctrine. Aha! Now that's something new. Troubled by the formation mortality rate, major religious leaders introduce new doctrines that declares procreation a holy act and condemns any kind of contraception or non-reproductive sexuality. Have we so few people there? No, it's absolutely okay. It could just become a dead end. Uncovered. Church leaders are uncovered as secret sexual deviance. Formation society condemns their hypocrisy. Yeah. We'll do that. Because really the growth is totally okay. A new technological age for the apes, the Odo. They now can also go for machinery and things. Advancements okay. Yeah. They produce mighty blades by mining and smelting resources from deep within Tau City 3. Because we need the points. We can afford that with them still. But they will be growing now. We have to be on our toes. Battle over an important Odo city is won by an army of sword fighters. Kingdom falls. And we have a new technological age. The Vulcan Unions. They reached a digital age. Also, as the humans did. Go for wisdom, which would cost us something. That would be really good, though. It's too costly, though. We'll go for advancement. That will even more increase our growth. No, that's a big problem. We have to go for wisdom. It's the only way. No, not more growth. Ethical values couldn't hurt in that case, probably. Look at that. It's already... Now, the Ark ship. Ship destruction. What? Cosmic radiation. The rudimentary hulls of the human Ark ship do not protect the crew against cosmic radiation. And now they are entering a zone that can likely kill the whole crew. And it's only halfway. Could go complete extinction. We could go for a close call. Let's do that. The years of modifications to the hull systems and the tireless work of the entire crew, the Ark ship can now travel safely through the cosmic radiation zone. Wow. Let's not let them go extinct, eh? Let's not let them go extinct. Even if they need a lot of years to get there. The noblest endeavor. More efficient resources. Share memes full of misinformation and gossip. Oh no. Yeah, a little bit of growth is okay. Because we don't want them. We don't want to lose them. And we want more resources. Because we'll need some time to get where we want to be. Celestial groups have a development event. Injustice. Paid Smilers, a radical new startup called Happiness Incorporated, develops a pioneering app service which pays friendly humans flexible incomes to act happy. The app promises to provide great atmospheres in tourist hotspots across Earth. Revenues are seeing a decline due to the stifling effects of gentrification. Oh god. What is that? That's also a new and very cool event. We could go regular development, massive injustice, or prevention. Paid Smilers, yeah, that's terrible, but we'll go for that. Less utopian, of course. Are we living in a computer simulation? The work of a remarkable digital expert is circulated among the humans. Let's return the ethical values we just lost through the paid Smilers. Is that something coming? Who knows? Who knows? It might be. We need more resources. We need less humans. Fossil fuel reservoirs are declining. Or a new tech age. That would also save us for a bit. For a bit, and here it comes. The cyber age. What now? Advancement. Never advancement. No, no. We have to go for wisdom. Advancement would speed this up even more. Odo kingdoms of consumption. The city of glass, in an effort to preserve their legacy for eternity, a powerful Odo monarch commissions a city made of brilliantly colored glass. It's a massive project intended to be a monument of beauty for the ages. Glass, of all things. That will go down so much. It could lead to massive consumption. Glass City rises quickly and is more dazzling than any dared to dream. No, oh god. Everybody builds their own glass palace. Or we'll go for regular development. It's still terrible, but the stars are no pinpricks in the firmament. Let's go for more ethical values. A glass monument was constructed by the Odo. Still they got their glass monument. Formation reached the industrial age. Finally they're there. And they need some advancement. It's okay with them. Oh, still we have to limit that maybe. The Vulcan groups are in a new technological age. The Cyber Age as well. What is the important thing? Stifle the growth. Oh, wisdom. Oh gods. We have to go for advancement. It's needed. Unfortunately needed. Or we will have too few synthesis points to avoid the disasters. Yeah, ethical values are okay. They are definitely okay. Need more of these points. Human arc ship. Oh, God, what an armed conflict threatens the humans. Ideological conflicts. That's also new. Political tensions follow the crew all the way from Earth to the stars. Heated dispute ends in armed conflict and open mutiny. Come on. Oh, we shouldn't have started that freaking ship. Regular conflict. I guess we'll go for regular conflict. The other thing is too much of a disaster. More ethical values. We need more humans though again. And the resources are also getting sparse. Sparse. Ethical values are still okay, but growth and resources are a little bit wonky now. Even though it limits itself, right? Discoveries await us in the tea garden system. Hopefully you will discover it. Fascinating new data. Celestial multitudes have power. Oh god. Smart guns. Cybernetic interfaces allow humans to connect their firearms directly to their brains. Oh god. Look, they're looking kind of cybernetic now. We will prevent that though. That's too dangerous. Oh, down with the ethics. Fear their ruthless divine speaker. What now? More technology. Work of a remarkable cyber scientist. Oh god. We need less growth. Or more technology. We need to escape this terrible age. New technological age. Oh gods. Reach the solar age. Could go advancement. No. Let's go wisdom. We're escaping through technology. But in the end, we need more asteroid fields and stuff. It's just not a sustainable thing to have so many humans here. But now we leave for the Odo. The paradigm shift. Mandate of Heaven. We've had that. So it could be a cultural ascent. Or a cultural expansion. Nah, that's way too risky. We'll have to go with a cultural ascent. Oh yeah, more resources. Odo glass structures represent harmony. And we go to a new technological age, the nautical age. Let's see if this gets better. Have to go for advancement now, otherwise we have too few points. Advancement is good, but the rapidly growing population is definitely a problem. So we'll have some battles to bring them there. We have reached a destination in the Tea Garden system. Oh god. Spaceship Crash! It enters the atmosphere. The ship's rudimentary design can't handle the landing condition and the crew loses control. Oh god. No, we have to land somehow. Perfect success is what we need. Troubled development. Well, let's be optimistic. Spaceship Crash. They survive the crash. Quickly build a functional base out of the wreckage. The humans flourish in their new home on Tea Garden Prime. Yeah, we want a tea garden. We have growth. We have planetary resource fields. Oh god, we need more peace. Look at that. Too few for warfare, but casualties are great. Knowledge in Tea Garden. Secrets of the Tea Garden system. That's new. Tea Garden systems are very different from Sol, the home system of over a generation. The colonial scientists could create an entire new branch of science from their discoveries. But we have no points for that, I bet. Yeah, we cannot go for that. We'll go regular development. Or even dead end. Yeah, because we need points. They lead to nothing but useless facts. Yeah, all these useless facts. To get some points in. And limit the casualties. Conflict is settled peacefully. The humans grow though, and they grow okay. A lot of planetary resource field. There is the resource crisis. Scarcity crisis in Sol. Asteroid or scarcity. That's an event that was already in there. Let's see. Precaution. Crisis or war. 58 million casualties, but it will bring resources down. Crisis. Chance of facility is 32%. Precaution, we cannot afford that. We have to go for the crisis. War is too costly. Mitigation. Many technological advancements are not sustainable anymore. Yes, of course. Regular mitigation, strong mitigation, or technology decay. Regress back to the cyber age. It might be needed, you know, but we're so far into it. Let's risk that. Let's risk that. And support science again. It could lead to a contact. Power in the Sol system. Yeah, we need less humans. We are working on that. Rigel is sending signals into space. Formation jazz music. Nice. So we can send the music out there. We'll give them a signal boost to finally reach contact. Ah, so close, but look, they should have contact. They should have contact. They should have contact. We'll return to the humans now, because they're much in need of help. Here we go. Yeah, it's getting slowly better now. We have these depopulation events. Everybody's ethical and so on. But we have to be careful. Casualties are rising because the number of humans rises. Go into a new age soon. The Vulcans have a development event. Gliese is building spaceships. The Lost Expedition. I didn't know that would... While searching for mineral-rich asteroids in the Oort cloud, an accident damages the control mechanisms of a Vulcan mining ship. Locked into their current trajectory, their only choice now is to try to stay alive until they reach the Trappist system. Wow, that's a new event, and that's really cool. Regular development. By sheer luck, the accident happens. Beginning of the mining ship's multi-year mission in the Oort Cloud. They have the resources they need to survive the long journey to the Trappist system. Yeah, we'll do that. Here we go. Even if we theoretically don't need that anymore, but the celestial communities have reached the lightspeed age. Let's see. We still have the resource problem. Yeah. It's going away, and we'll go wisdom now. Wisdom. Could we defend ourselves against an alien invasion? That's a question, right? The aliens are very concerned with their own survival rather than invading. And it's true. That is what the game teaches us. That's the far more realistic scenario. That they are concerned with their own survival rather than leading a war against us. Ship destruction. Cyberlink collapse. Entire crew of the Vulcan Lost Expedition, regardless of whether they are awake or in cryosleep, are connected. Oh, but it has a breakdown. And now... minimal survivors. Complete collapse. Close call. Detect the design flaw and fix it before any catastrophe can happen. I mean, it would be good to have them on board for another thing, right? It would be another chance. But this gives so many points. 40! This is a terrible choice. This will bring them... On the other hand, yeah, I mean, it will not limit, as you can see here, their resources. So it's maybe not that bad. But most of them die and continue to die. It's a hard... we'll keep them alive, but not at any cost. We'll keep them alive. There's few of them now, but they can still survive a landing and stuff. Yeah, we need more resources maybe. Would be good. Or, I mean... do they travel that long? Probably not. Probably not. They don't need to advance. They need to reach the destination. Odos have a development event. Reduction. We had that already. Oh, a telegraphic network spanning the entirety of Tower City 3 is invented. This eases communication, makes it less necessary for the Odo to travel. Which is definitely a good thing. We make it a civilization pillar. Leads to more resources, which is great for them. Just great. And we advance the technology now. To a new technological age. Industrial age as well. We'll go for wisdom, it's cheap for them. Yeah, you six-eyed apes. Can we... yeah, we need more resources instead of anything else of that. Because we have a lot of growth going, and even though that seems so many resources, it can go the other way very quickly if you have a lot of population growth. Stranded colonists have growth in Tea Garden. Colonial base expansion. The colonists of the Tea Garden system start to expand their living environment. With the aim of the human stranded colonists to promote growth in a major colony, plans are made to construct many new colonial bases. And we should have something like, look at that. It's a dead end. We don't need more growth. We have 64,000 already. It's okay. It's okay. This is abandoned. We could have more peace going. Build an astonishing monument on Tea Garden Prime. Nice. Even more resources. Wow, they will never run out of resources. But the Human Celestial Alliance, maybe. But we've reached a singularity age. Humans create machines capable of recursive self-improvement. These constructs can build even more powerful copies of themselves autonomously, growing their potential with each generation. The path to true artificial intelligence is clear. A singularity age. Could go for advancement. We don't want that. Wisdom is excruciatingly difficult. Power. Adaptive robotic soldiers upgrade themselves after every conflict, soon evolving into the most deadly fighting force ever created by the humans. God. We have to do it. For the points. For survival. 3 more singularity societies. Yeah, let's limit their growth. It's okay. 7 billion humans is a good way to exist. Formation Sage Nations reached a nuclear age. Finally. And they should hear them. They should hear the others. Wisdom is too much. We'll go for advancement. It's a little bit risky, but we have a lot of resources. Signals from space. Rigel is receiving alien signals. Espionage network. Competing factions on Rigel 7 set up sophisticated espionage networks and monitor each other's radio communications closely. One day they pick up something very different. The radio test signal from the human civilization. Finally they do that. Enthusiasm. Opposing espionage organizations pick up the radio test signal and race to decode the message from the human civilization. The Great Decoding Race, a historic event where spy networks picked up the radio test signal from the human civilization, was a boost to scientific progress, understanding that is still deeply felt in the Formation Society. Yeah, it's too cool not to take it. It's maybe not wise from the points, but receiving more alien signals. Search for alien intelligence project. Since the advent of sensor technology, Formation scientists have been combing through data for alien signals. After years of losing faith, they are stunned to receive the propaganda broadcast from the Vulcan civilization. Oh god. Here we go. We'll have to go for ignorance because we have no points. Due to the limited processing powers, the propaganda broadcast is lost. The propaganda broadcast is lost. We have more injustice. Oh no, virtual realism. That's something new. Cyberspace architects on Gliese C plan to buy large sums of personal data from corporate surveillance agencies so that they can build virtual environments with greater immersive potential. As a result, non-playable background characters in virtual reality games will be capable of reenacting the conversations, daily routines of real-life Vulcans in intimate and astonishing detail. What will gamers make of this innovation? That's pretty realistic, right? Leeching the data will prevent that. Leeching the data. Will we also prevent that all on Earth? I could go with a little bit more harm potential, right? Oh. I have so many people, it's okay to have a little bit more harm. New technological age. The solar age as well with the Vulcans. Let's see, maybe they can send something else than propaganda. Advancement? Nah, we cannot go advancement. We have to go power now. A fleet of city-sized battleships patrol the Gliese system to ensure that colonies remain loyal to the government. Oh god, that will bite us. That will bite us, but we cannot go and have more of them. They're already growing massively. So massively. More resources? Yes, please. Odo democracies. New technological age. Nuclear age already. Search for space. Wisdom, advancement, or power? As much as I don't like it, we have to go for power. With the apes, because that's both okay, and so we can go for a little bit of power. Vulcan lost expedition. An armed conflict threatens the Vulcans. Brain hacking incidents. During a suspended cryosleep period. Yeah, that's an old event. It's still a cool event. Someone hacks into their brains and tries to eliminate them. We'll peace out. The entire crew is following the orders. After several cryosleep cycles, the entire crew is following the orders of the brain hacker. But there's no war. And the brain hacker is meaning well, apparently. There's less and less people there. Assembles an oral history of their journey. Nice. Cybernetic soldiers are reassigned to non-military positions. Officers are removed from their posts. Neurocomputer systems compile fascinating new data. Oh, more people. They refit a section of their ship. And the stranded colonies have also a development event. Paradigm shift in Tea Garden. Colonial language. Colonial humans experiment with new forms of language to better express the truths of their lives on Tea Garden Prime. From which source will they draw the greatest inspiration? I don't know. Cultural ascent. Cultural expansion. Ah, that would be so good for them. But that is what we need to do. Or a cultural descent, because that doesn't use up resources. Yeah, we'll do that. Close your eyes and fly in. The colonists clung to their ancestral traditions, using terms from the Sol system. The dialect glorified their connection to the homeland. This granted colonial soldiers great status. There they are. Signals from space. Glazer, the Outer Fleet. A fleet of ramshackle interplanetary spaceships is searching the outer borders of the Glazer system for valuable resources and picks up some unusual signals. Because of their great distance from their own star, they are able to receive the radio test signal, which traveled for many light years from Sol. Cool, cool, cool. And this time we'll go for enthusiasm, because I want to do that whenever it's possible, because it's fun. So there's that. The growth. No, no, no. Rather we'll have more casualties. Energy rifles. Nah. Bring that down. Bring them down, down, down. Are we living in a computer simulation? Who knows? You just might. You just might. Signals from space on Tau City. Amateur radio listener, primitive radio operator on Tau City 3 picks up the radio test signal from the human civilization. They are certain the origin of the signal is extraterrestrial, but we are unable to decode the message. Will anybody believe them? Ah, now that's harsh, right? That's harsh. We cannot go for that. We can only go for hostility. We don't want that, so we'll go for ignorance, and he gets forgotten. Depopulation. Oh gods. Malevolent smart buildings. We have experienced that already. The smart buildings become malevolent and kill the humans. Like there's that. It's okay. It could become a regular development. Some buildings just kill their users. It's a little crazy. Human commandos lay down their sentient guns. Yeah. Alien technology. One day will be sufficient. And the Celestial Shrouds is receiving aliens. The AI listener in the Sol system, a lone artificial intelligence, detects a pattern among signal fragments, assembles them into a propaganda broadcast from the Vulcans. The human inhabitants of Earth are unaware of this development. Vulcan. Ooh. Collaboration. The thing is, we don't need that. But it could be cool, right? They have our signal, we have their signal. Well, let's see if that leads to more events, because that's also why we're here. But we have no points now. No points. Which is extremely risky. Should have shrunk the humans. The formation stage have reached the digital age. Connected. We can go... Yeah, we want to go for power. No other way. They have so much of a utopia. Nothing much will happen if they go for power. Hopefully. We need the points, and they are fine. They are okay. They don't need more advancement or things like that. We can give them a little bit more reservoirs here, which is great. The Lost Expedition. Enlightenment. The philosophical captain. The captain of the Vulcan Lost Expedition has much idle time during the journey towards Trappist and starts to question the mission and the motivation of the Vulcans. Will the captain's observations of inner space convince the crew to change course? Well, that's interesting, eh? It could become a regular development or a dead end. It's a dead end. We arrest the traitor of Vulcanity. Yeah, we just don't need him. We have a good society already. It would cost us too much. We need the points to survive. The points to survive. It's too extreme. They develop a new dialect of their native language. That's interesting. Yeah, we should preserve some row, though. Let's see if we can do that one day, but it doesn't seem to be like that. So much storage. Destination reached at the Trappist system. Let's see. The cyber colony. After arriving in the Trappist system, the Vulcan Lost Expedition lands on planet Trappist Prime, and the crew builds a rudimentary settlement. To adapt the harsh environment, the Vulcans have cybernetic systems integrated in their bodies, allowing them to breathe the toxic air and become better hazard-resistant pioneers. Perfect success? No, we have to go for troubled development if we want to keep that. Tidally locked? Oh god. One side permanently facing the star. Half of the surface is hot, while the other half is drenched in permanent cold darkness. Oh god. But we can still survive. It's tidal locked. Oh god. Development event. Reduction. Call of the colonial planners. The factions of the Vulcans are urged by the colonial planners to reduce the consumption of resources. Why? We have tons of resources. We'll see. I think we had that event already. I mean, it could become that, but really it's a dead end. Like in how many thousand years? Yeah. It's not a problem at all. Also, we don't need more utopia. We need the points to survive. Maybe more peaceful weaponry would be good. Demobilization, yes, that would be great. Here we go. Some more demobilization, please. And a little bit of growth is okay, right? We have to be some people to survive. The Solarian factions. Knowledge and Tea Garden. Oh yes. Why? That's nice. World Science Organization. The Solarians create an influential organization, that's new, that catalogues and coordinates research and science agendas on a global scale. Even though science comes from diversity, right? And that's unity. And that's not a really good pillar, but it's also very costly. But we want to advance, of course, so we'll go for regular development. That's okay. That's okay. Resources, yeah, they are important. A little bit more ethical. Couldn't hurt. No, we don't need more humans for them. Cyber colony has signals from space. Trappist! In the hands of our leaders. They are picking up a transmission that did not originate from Gliese C, their home planet. Leaders of the Vulcans must decide whether they should spread the radio test signal from the humans among their colonial scientists or mobilize the colonial soldiers of the colony. How will that go? Enthusiasm. I will always pick enthusiasm if I can. We're widely spread. A lot of advancement is coming from that. Someday we'll receive a signal from our companions in the Gliese. Yeah, more peace. More peace. Development in the Vulcan zones. Power. Solar Defense Force. To keep peace and order around the many mining bases, space stations, settlements of Gliese, the Vulcan zones create an interplanetary navy of spaceships. They secure the solar frontier and guard against potential alien intruders. Absolute power. Becomes a powerful political entity and smoothly consolidates control over the Gliese system. They continually expand their fleets to solidify their dominance. Now, let's just make it a regular development, I think. Even though... yeah, influential colony becomes a trade hub for the entire Gliese system. Mourn the death of a beloved arbiter. More science. The work of a fusion engineers is shared. Odo empires are now also in the digital age. They're so quick. They are so quick. Wisdom, advancement. No, we don't want advancement. We could choose power. It's okay, we'll choose power. Less of a utopia, but also less of problems. Just gave so many points! Battle over an important metropolitan area is won by an army of mechanized infantry. Sol is building spaceships. What? Expansion fleet. Spread their civilization. Aha, so they want to build a new spaceship. I mean, that's not needed. Maybe we'll just go regular development now, or it did end. Yeah. We'll go for the dead end. We don't need that. We've already sent out some people. And we need the points to survive. Solarian factions. Signals from space. Tea gardens receiving the alien signals. Espionage network. We had that just a little bit ago. And we'll go for enthusiasm. As I said, I will always go for enthusiasm if it's possible. If it's possible. Just to see if we can get to some other interesting events. Maybe in the next age. Light speeds for the Vulcan age. For the Vulcans. So here we go. Wisdom, advancement, power. We need to go for power. It's kind of terrible, but otherwise we'll run out of resources. Solarian factions, they reach the digital age as well. Our colony. Wisdom, advancement. We could really go for advancement, so it's fine. A little bit of growth is okay. Signals, space probes. Enthusiasm isn't possible. Hostility. We'll not go for hostility, so we'll go for ignorance. Solarians cut funding for probes when they fail to deliver interesting results. Perhaps they would have scrounged up more of a budget for exploration if they had received the message embedded in the formation jazz music of the formation. Yeah! But then again, we had nothing to reach that. It's kind of terrible, but it's also kind of necessary. Consumption on Rigel. Oh god, that doesn't look good. Hydraulic fracturing, that's new. Formation engineers start injecting pressurized liquids into the deep rock formations of Rigel 7 to gain access to fossil fuels trapped in the sedimentary shale. That's fracking. This technique uses huge amounts of water and releases methane into the planet's atmosphere. It's terrible, by the way. The Formation Sage administrations want to implement large-scale fracking in order to provide the people of Rigel 7 with natural gas as an energy source. Yeah. That's a line that's terrible for them. They will lose so many resources. We'll prevent that. It's okay. Strong environmentalist lobby on Rigel 7 had a huge influence on the Sage administrations of the formation. One of their greatest achievements, the global ban on hydrofracking techniques. Which will be good for them. Here we go. They're really living in a utopia now. After they've suffered so much at the start. Manipulating them for personal gain, yeah. We have to limit the utopia a bit, or it will be too much utopia for too many people. And go forward. A new Sage and the Vulcans. Power in Trappist. Colonial tensions. The leaders of the colony fear potential dangers hidden in the Trappist system. Exploration vehicles are reinforced to defend the Vulcans from outside aggression, be it alien visitors or hostiles from their own Gliese system. Armed colonial soldiers patrol the colonial bases to suppress any threats from within the colony. Prevention, regular development, or absolute power. To go for regular development. It's bad, but it's needed. Needed. Of course, the points are too low otherwise. Yeah, of course, I waste all my points right in in making contact with the aliens. Here we go. Mourn the age of a beloved leader. Casualties are really terrible. I know that. Let's rather progress. Orts have a development event. The Odo administration, a great war, military contractor crisis. Odo military factions are outsourcing more and more combat operations to private military companies. Plausible deniability from clients and the absence of government oversight result in rampant military conflicts across the globe. We have to go for peace, I think. Otherwise it will ruin our resources. Ah no! I took more growth. Oh no! Powerful administration falls. For science! Remarkable digital experts. Coming up so many. Known to be real homebodies. They tend to avoid traveling as they find it kind of cumbersome and unnecessary. The humans have another event. Extinction in Sol. Wow, that escalated quickly. Magnetic field collapse. Oh gods. Celestial Shroud is attaching geomagnetic manipulator stations deep inside the crust of Earth. True AIs hope they can use this technology to harvest vast amounts of energy, but tampering with the magnetic field of a planet could also result in catastrophe. That's true. That's so true. Complete extinction. Yeah, that gives us so many points. Minimal survivors. That would destroy our singularity age. I'm not sure. Most of the humans would be lost. We would, yeah, and they would still lose population. That's hard. We'll go for the close call. That's not worth this. It's crazy. Humans constructed large geomagnetic manipulator stations to harvest energy from the planet's magnetic field. Due to the danger and impracticability of the safety measures, the machines were never used. Thankfully. Ooh. Charismatic Sentinel rises to power. Here we go. Resources are a little bit worrying, I have to say. We should have shrunk them. Growth in Gleaser. Cure for sin. The Vulcans are now able to prevent and cure any kind of sexually transmitted disease with a nanorobotic system injected into the skin. Free from the fear of infecting themselves and others with harmful afflictions, society could take a much more unrestricted stance towards sexuality. Yeah, but we don't need more row. We don't need more. The cure is distributed widely and prevents many deaths. However, some patients become sterile after long-term use. Don't tamper with nature, please. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. Bark of a cleanup of a polluted sea region. Yeah, that cleaning polluted sea regions is really good. Have you heard of the heating blob near Australia, New Zealand? That forms a really big dead zone, and the blob is heating up way more than the surrounding sea. So nobody really knows why exactly that spot is heating up so much and the rest not so much. It's a crazy thing, and will lead to weather phenomena. Absolutely. Teagarden is building spaceships. Private colony ship. Powerful Solarians on Teagarden Prime Pool. Wealth extracted from the underclass to begin construction an interstellar colonial ship. They dream of the Gleaser system, where lie riches still unplundered. Oh gods. So that's kind of private spaceflight, but it's easy to do that. We'll go regular development, I think. No, it could be a dead end. We don't need it. We don't need it. We have to develop our current societies. It could be cool, yeah, but it could also not be cool. Signals from space. Sol is receiving. The military AI. A remote military AI in Sol system is registering traces of the formation jazz music from the Rigel system. This hub was only used for coordinating the movement of military space fortresses, and the human military commander in charge has to decide if they want to inform the human celestial shrouds. Ooh. Enthusiasm, yeah, I'll go for that whenever it's possible. After traces of the formation jazz music from the Rigel system were picked up by human military, inhabitants of the Sol system repurposed their military space fortresses bases to hubs for their geomagneticists. That's cool, that's cool. Yeah, we need less humans, actually. Which is why we do that now. A little bit less. Gleasers receiving alien signals. Exploration vessel. The Vulcans explore the nearby vicinity of their star system with lightspeed capable ships. One of these light huggers is able to pick up the formation jazz music from the formation civilization. Ooh, no enthusiasm, so we'll go ignorance. The only way at the moment. Defend ourselves, yeah, we could. City fires reduce the population. Novel class of magnetic rifles. It's okay, it's okay. We can take that. And a new, yeah, the cyber age for the Odo. So they're quick. They're quick now. Quickly following up. Could go for wisdom, advancement, or power. I think in that case we'll go for wisdom. Just to give them a good chance. They have so few Utopia points. That's not good. Solarians have a new technological age, the Cyber Age, as well. Let's see if they can go for wisdom. They have to go for advancement, and that's also good for them. These cyber humans, right? Knowledge in Rigel. Mobile science computers. That's new. The formation carry around mobile communication devices with elementary scientific functionalities. Every member of their society is now able and encouraged to participate in research activities on a daily basis. Could be a civilization pillar or regular development or a dead end. I think we'll go for the dead end because we need that. And they will advance anyways. Let's just give them like some stable thing to rely on, like massive hurricanes. We reached the Cyber Age as well. Now everywhere we're in the Cyber Age. No? That's nice. We could go advancement. We don't want that. We will go for power because we need the points to survive. And it's okay, it's manageable. It's manageable. Yeah, we need more enthusiasm. That's the true reason, right? Because I want to waste points on the enthusiasm. That's why I do that. You know me now. The Cyber Colony has another... Oh, Injustice. That doesn't look good. Frontier Justice. And that is an old event. Still a cool one. So, will we prevent that? Send out circuit judges and commissars to end the vigilantism of the outcast. Yeah, that's I think the best choice. So here we go. Oh, we'll lose some ethical values, but that's okay. Some is okay. Just a little bit. Growth could be increased. Definitely encouraged. Usually I go for 0 to 10% growth. That's kind of the sweet spot of growth. So it doesn't get out of control too much. Over 10% it quickly gets out of control. It's crazy. Reduction in soul. Compression intelligences. Artificial intelligences start to employ compression methods to optimize the infrastructure of human society in the Sol system. Defragmentation of the layout of orbital habitats could reduce the waste of ingress matter. We're already shrinking in Sol, so it could be a regular development. Civilization pillar would be great, but it's too much. Know that it's useless to advance the singular, the final tech thing. If you're the only one in that system, yeah, it brings a little bit, but really at the moment that you can take this and nobody else has it, it's not really a big thing. So rather improve your resources if you have the leading ones under your control. Oh, and now I took it because talking too much about it. Development event. There's also a paradigm shift here. The virtual prophet, that's new. A new artificial intelligence, only existing in the planetary array net of the Glacier system, starts being worshipped like a prophet and is gaining a huge followership among the Vulcans. For the AI, cultural ascent, cultural expansion, or cultural descent? Already, it's just too expensive. The artificial intelligence cult turns paranoid about unholy viruses and forms an army of magnetic rifle-wielding zealots that protects Gliese from heretics. Okay, we'll do that. We have a strange army, and we're dystopian now. Oh god. Let's go against that. It's dystopian. A dystopia. A But we had no choice. We had no choice. New technological age for the Odo. In the solar age now. Really cool. Will be a big help. Wisdom, advancement, or power. We have to go for power again. Losing our ethical values along the way. Because we cannot afford so much growth, and we cannot afford the points. We have to save them up. Could need more resources. Development event, depopulation in Tea Garden. Matrix obsession. Many Solarians dive deep into hyper-realistic virtual worlds and fantastic computer simulations. Will they spend their entire lives connected to the global network Matrix and stop forming social connections with other Solarians? We'll see. We could prevent that. It could become a regular development, really. It's okay, because we really need to limit the growth too. It's too much growth. You can see it's limiting itself. We should have maybe taken more resources. I don't know. I don't know. Points are also good though. We're living in a computer simulation. And now, development event for the formations paradigm shift in the digital age. Test tube royalty. Advanced bioarchaeology and new replication techniques. Formation can now create clones of long-deceased monarchs from the ancient past. An interesting moral and legal challenge awaits the Formation Saga sectors. These royal clones make any claims to own property or even rule over territories in Rigel 7. God, what a bad idea, right? That's a really bad idea. Cultural ascent. Legally powerless. They become celebrities. I create an entire generation of test tube monarchs who are surprisingly average. They are granted legal claims to ancient lands in Rigel 7. Rival sage sectors compete over royal gene stock and access to cloning facilities. Oh, that's so terrible. We can only go for cultural ascent. Yeah, that's crazy. Freak accident destroys space station. Hey, the Vulcan divisions are in a new age, the singularity age as well. Create machines capable of recursive self-improvement and advancement. Could go advancement? Nah, that cannot be. I think we have to go for power to get more points. We're still living in a dystopia. That's terrible, but it's necessary. Otherwise, we'll have too many... We already have too many Rao. Whom am I kidding? Need more ethics. At least that. The Vulcan cyber colony is also in a new age, the solar age. The solar militarized colony, that's new. The Vulcans spread out from their colony to planet to inhabit the rest of the Trappist system. Soon the first generations are born and die without ever touching a planet, living out their lives on crowded space stations. Meanwhile, society is transformed by advanced cloning techniques, virtual worlds, and Turing-capable personal robots. Woo. Wisdom, advancement. Yeah, I think we could go advancement here. Space militarized colony. Yeah, it's a lot of growth, but I think it's a good thing. It could be the third that goes here. Celestial Shrouds. Power and Sol. Autonomous warships. Huge interplanetary warships roam the Sol system. Yeah, we had that. So they want to take power, basically. They could gain absolute power. They maintain themselves, build new versions if needed, and populate the borders of the solar system. The humans sometimes wonder if they're still in control. Nah, we'll go regular development. That's too dangerous. There's probably other events connected to that. More utopia. Less people. 8 billion is enough. And even less. More resources. Have to live more than a few thousand years. Just necessary. I don't know if that really brings anything. I don't think so, but I instinctively click it for some reason. Even though I should click something else. Consumption in Tau City. Asteroid tax haven. Yeah, we've had that. So it can become a problem because they exhaust these resources. And we don't want that, so we'll go for prevention. And the Odo cannot grow so quickly. Would be bad. New technological age, the solar age. For the Solarian conglomerates. Let's see what they can do. They can go for wisdom, and they will go for wisdom. Here we go. Now farming the asteroid fields. Asteroid mining is the next big thing. Definitely a lot of people are already on the way. There's already things sold. And probably maybe soon they will advance to space. And it's not even clear if Earth will survive, right? But we will get resources from the asteroid fields. So there's that. The problem is not resources. For Earth at the moment, I think. That's also something that is reflected in this game, which is kind of really cool. Spoken programming language. The formation are so connected with their computer systems that they adapt their natural language so it can be better interpreted by machines. God. Could become a civilization pillar. It will become a regular development. Spoken programming language. It's crazy, but what can you do? You can never have enough resource deposits. It can be so quickly that it goes out of hand. It's crazy. So it's almost the always pick that pick. But it's a little bit much. So maybe rather have points. It's okay. It's okay. And we don't have to go for extreme measures for the points. Thankfully at the moment, so we can also make it more peaceful here. Extinction. Oh gods! Nihilistic intelligence explosion. Vulcans make self-replicating machines that can improve their own design with each iteration. As time goes on, their processing power increases, the machines deviate from their originally intended function and start forming their own objectives instead. Without Vulcan-centric ethics, these hyper-advanced beings could soon become the dominant form of intelligence in the Glazer system. Assimilators, determinators. Complete extinction! We will make that a close call. The autonomous thinking machines could easily crush the Vulcans, but instead they peacefully withdraw the Oort Cloud of into the Oort Cloud of Giza. So they're now in the Oort Cloud. Major Shroud falls from influence. So many of these. Dystopia is real. New technological age though. The solar age. Overcoming previous limits of propulsion and engineering. Wisdom and no advancement could be possible. It could be possible. It could. The other power could also be possible. We need the points. So we'll go for power in that case. With so much utopia, it's fine. It is fine. We now harvest the asteroid fields. Technology, right? Settler factions, depopulation in Trappist, spaceship reactor waste, interplanetary travel between the planets of the Trappist system becomes very frequent. The reactors of these spacecraft produce a lot of toxic waste, and the remains of these deadly materials can be found on the surface of Trappist planets or floating free through space, sometimes colliding with Settler space stations. It's pretty terrible. We have to not so much prevent that. It's okay for us. Here we go. Yeah, sometimes something drops. I mean, what can you do? At least it limits the growth a bit into controllable things. Tau Ceti, the border colony. A small mining colony on a Class K planet at the border of Tau Ceti. This planet is so far flung that it begins receiving the formation jazz music signal. Enthusiasm! Little industrial colony is praised for relaying the formation jazz music back to Tau Ceti 3. The planet becomes a crucial scientific hub for the Odo zones. Here we go. And also we need more resources. The points. Ah, the points. More technology. That enthusiasm, that really costs us. It's a role-playing rule, right? It's a terrible one, but it's one. New technological age. Light speed age for the Solarians. Pretty good. We'll see how it goes now. And we can go for wisdom for free. Yeah, of course we'll go for wisdom then. Wisdom is great. Wisdom is great. Yeah, technological advancement is needed. Celestial Shrouds also have a development event. Even enlightenment, more enlightenment. Gathering of ethics systemizers. Celestial Shrouds of the humans are sending their greatest ethics systemizers to the most significant gathering of the current age. Will they challenge the accepted ideas of interlocked coalition? Will the outcome be progressive for the human civilization or just insignificant? It could become a dead end. We don't need it. It's okay. Exterminate the entire AI commandos. I don't know. Yeah, Sol population is shrinking. It's okay. We have signals from space, from Trappist. Listener robots. Robotic servants with sophisticated sensor systems pick up formation jazz music of the formation civilization. They treat its description like any task given by their settler masters and are able to interpret the message. But we'll go for ignorance because we don't have the points. Reduce the harm potential. Once powerful faction falls, we have more resources. Growth will accelerate, but at what cost? Outer zones have signals from space. Receiving alien signals, listener robots as well. But nothing will come of it. Unfortunately. Because we don't have the points. We need more resources too. New technological age, the light speed age. Let's see now. Wisdom, advancement, or power. We have to go for power, unfortunately. Or we'll grow too much. Still in a utopia, but it's close. Injustice in Cleaser. The Infinity Prison. That's new. The Vulcan Shrouds develops a method to simulate years of imprisonment in the minds of convicts rather than housing them in physical complexes. A life sentence can be carried out within a few hours while the penalized feel the horror of being locked away for an eternity. That's kind of good and really bad at the same time. It's somehow terrifying, but Yeah, some of them will get into the infinity prison, I guess. God. It's a dystopia now. They were released on the same day they served their lifetime of virtual incarceration. That's so terrible. Down with the ethical values. An orbital habitat becomes a trade hub for the entire Gliese system. So we have more growth? No! Two more singularity societies we need. The formations. Growth in Rigel. Solar colonization rush. That's new. Formation developed the ability to build sophisticated space stations and planetary bases, which spurs a colonization rush in the Rigel system. Many formation hope to find new homes on neighboring planets and asteroids. That's kind of cool, like building tall. Civilization pillar. Nah, I mean it's cool, but we cannot use more of the people. We can, but it's not that good. It's not that good. To get that down is giving us out of balance. Grow and prosper like a sacred tree. Yeah. We will advance also a little bit. New technological age for the Solarian Alliance. They're now also in the Singularity Age. That's good. So that's only one missing. Only one missing. And we can go for wisdom. Let's go for wisdom. Here we go, Singularity Age. Here we come. Here we come. Oh. Some ethics. A new technological age. Great. The lightspeed age for the formation. And that was going now with lightspeed, like advancement. We have to go for power again. It's just the way now. It's just the way. Losing a bit of the utopia, but cannot afford to have more people. All the points. Reduction in soul. Dark photon technology. That's new. Decades of deep space observation have allowed geomagneticists of the Sol system to construct a very efficient network technology based on dark photon particles. The efficiency of orbit habitats, androids and artificial intelligence networks could benefit greatly from this discovery. Yeah. Dark photon technology. Drastically reducing energy costs. I'm all in with that. That's a great advancement. Great advancement. Now human civilization can, well, be on balance again, let's say that. Balance. And they're growing again. Oh, and again? It's okay though. I think it's okay. The settler factions. A great war threatens Trappist belt smuggler crisis. Yeah, we had that already. So there are the belt smugglers and there's a conflict and so on. We'll go for peace in hope that we can somehow fuel that. Otherwise, there's already a few million of them now. Which is great. Potential casualties are a problem though. Better combated with ethical values. So many asteroid fields. Can we limit the casualties somehow? Tau Ceti is building spaceships. No, we don't need that. The moon ship. The moon ship. So there's another ship. Regular development. The Moon's division manages a successful launch, but limited resources mean that there's little habitable space available. Relatively small population begins the journey towards Rigel. They would fly towards Rigel. Ah, we have to do this. At least a little bit, right? They will fly towards Rigel. That's good. Maybe that results in something. I don't know. It's odd. I don't want to know what happens when they arrive there. Ship captain retires, but we cannot go all in with that. That's not a good idea. To make everyone kind of okay. Better increase the casualties. Mast drivers are undergoing repairs. The moonship. Ship destruction, breaking the light barrier. Trying to reduce the travel time of the Odo moonship's journey, the captain orders the onboard mast technicians to overclock the impulse drives. However, one concerned mast scientist warned us flying too close to the lightspeed barrier would destroy any ship. I think that's their ship. Close call, minimal survivors. Oh god. A close call. The cautious mast scientist manages to manipulate the central molecular computer and stops the acceleration process, saving the Odo moon ship and their entire crew. Yeah, I want to do that. Maybe we can reach that. That's the dream, right? But we will have to be aggressive about points now. Aggressive about points. We could have used some population shrink now. Reflecting on that. Oh well. Aggressive point use. Yeah, let's have less of them. A little bit less. Come on, Odo. And the Vulcan Shroud, the development event. Consumption. Self-replicating extractor spread. The Vulcan civilization needs more and more resources, so their use of self-replicating extractors is rising fast. Those in charge of the self-replicating extractors not only provide shrouds and orbital habitats with riches, they also gain a lot of influence, which is really good for us. Let's see. We could prevent that. Because they use up so many resources. That's harsh, and we don't have... Well, we have to go regular development, or we'll miss too many points. It's really risky. Oh, the Singularity Age. Don't make me lose the Singularity Age. More technology. And less row. And more resources again. To fix them as much as we can. In that time. They're already at the highest echelon and they just need more resources to survive. Development event. Knowledge in T-Garden. Knowledge gathering construct. The Solarians create the ultimate research computer. Vast construct, the machine optimizes itself constantly to gather knowledge about the universe. Really nice. And we'll make it a civilization pillar here. Let's just see how that works out for us. Can use less growth. It was so cheap. Ethical values. Yeah, it's okay. More resources. Makes them safe. A new cloud. Establish a new cloud. Less growth is good. And the new technological age for the settler factions in the lightspeed age now. Come on, we need that last civilization. We can go advancement. I think it's okay to go advancement, so we'll go that. Yeah, it's a lot of growth, but we can take it, I think. Enlightenment. Magnificent monumental planetoids. I think that's new. An area of creativity and empowerment among the formation leads to the rise of some excellent new space structuralists. They bring 4th magnificent monumental planetoids that could have a major influence on their civilization. It could be just a regular development or a dead... It could be a dead end. We don't need them. It's okay that way. It's okay that way. Have enough billion of people. And they're already living in a utopia. It's fine. Lay down their magnetic rifles and abandon the art of war. Also, why do I not often gamble? Because it's hard to reverse some decisions. Like, if you want to get down, like, from population growth, that can be really, really hard to do. So that's why I don't gamble, even if you get points for a negative event. If that counts. Depopulation in Sol. Personality fusion. Recent advances in mind fragmentation technology in the Sol system have led to dramatic and unexpected breakthroughs in personality fusion. Efficiency experts are calling for a new era of empowerment, but whether or not humans really want to merge their personality with others is another question. Okay, that's crazy. Regular development. Although most of Sol's public favors individuality, a population of mind fusers forms and begins actively recruiting. We'll do that. Can't be too bad, right? Happiness scam causes suffering and despair among the humans. Great. You mourn the death of a beloved divine sentinel. The Odo reached the singularity age. Wow, the last ones. Create machines of recursive self-improvement. Now, 4 are in the singularity age, and it's time to begin, well, maybe our advancement. I don't know. Final technology can now be researched. Let's see if that happens. Yeah, to a point it happens. To a point. We're in the finals now. Don't screw it up now. Don't screw it up. 4 technology. Now that's the time where you go for technology. The final time. That's the end game. Development event. An armed conflict threatens them. Stowaway clash. Some of the Odo in the Odo moonship are stowaways who smuggled themselves aboard on Tau City 3, hiding in the vast interior spaces of the ship. Eventually they are discovered and a conflict arises over how to deal with these illegal passengers. Ah, that's something. Could go for regular conflict. That's too dangerous. We have to go for peace or they will all die. They need more resources too. Look at them. Look at them. Just look at them. But we don't need them in the Lightspeed age. In the Singularity age. It's fine. Solarian clouds. Final technology in T-Garden. The Ansible network. Highly advanced construct nodes in the T-Garden system use an immense amount of energy to guess the parallax states of their construct node counterparts in other systems in the galaxy. This technological gambit is successful. Instant communication between all civilizations and starships would be possible. And we've just expended all of our points. But we can go for a synchronized galaxy. The galaxy is in concert. The construct nodes of T-Garden transform into a galactic hub, the Parallax Ansible network. And every civilization is connected on a galactic level. Ansible Overlord is the galactic disaster. So let's see. The Parallax Conspiracy. What's going on? The construct nodes are in control of galactic communication and slowly take control. Without killing a single biological life form, though, they rule the galaxy by manipulating crucial data. Before anyone notices, the synchronized singularity will reign over all sapient life. It's a dystopia! It was a trap. It was a trap. But I really enjoyed this new version. And I'm looking forward to more events and more additions to the gameplay, maybe. I don't know. It's a simple game, and it's a fun game, and it's a quick-to-play game about science development that kind of has its own wisdom in it. Makes you think, so it's a fun thing. So have a great time until next time, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Can signing out. We'll return to this if they have a major patch. See you soon and happy gaming.